Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna talk about money saving tips. So there's a few money saving tips that I was taught by some wise people that I implemented for myself that's helped me a lot. One of the first ones is limiting eating out. Like, I don't know why, but we enjoy eating out. We eat out for fun. We eat out for no reason. At work, I'm always ordering DoorDash or ordering food. But I'm here to tell y'all, I deleted DoorDash and I haven't been eating out. That's one of my biggest things that I notice when I look at like my budget and stuff that I spend a lot of money on. I buy groceries and then I buy food out. So I know one thing a good money saving tip is to actually take a lunch. I know that sounds like, because don't nobody like taking a lunch, but I've been taking a lunch lately and I'm just curious to see how good I do, how much more money I save versus eating out every day when I go to work. And I don't do it every day, but it's a lot. And then even on top of that, you might do it at work, but then you also do it outside of work. Because I know me and my friends, we like to get lunch on our off days. We like to do stuff like that. So that's the number one thing. Limit your eating out. Not only will that help with your bank account funds, that'll help with your health. I mean, most of us want to lose weight. Hell, why not start there? Another thing that I've been doing for a while actually is limiting going out. When I tell y'all that outside costs so motherfucking much, outside costs a lot. Like when I said I can't even go out without spending like $100, maybe under, but outside costs too much. Me personally, I want to travel. I went to a lot of different places last year, not tons. I want to do more this year than I did last year. But one of the things I'm going to do, instead of spending my money going out locally, I'm going to stack that bread and I'm going to take that money out of town and just have some of it put up. I'd rather spend that $100 or whatever being out of town versus going out every weekend. And I know for me, since I stopped going out so much, I've been able to be more productive, more focused with my school, with work, with just everything. My house is cleaner, shit, everything. Because you're not going out every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't even know how y'all do that. I don't even know how I used to do that. But anyways, I just decided that I was going to chill on that. I actually decided that a long time ago. So I'm more of a homebody, which is why I'm here now. And my people's out at brunch. Ever since I stopped doing it, I just enjoy being in the house more. I can say that I ain't spent no money today. Shit, I went and made money and I didn't spend none. And plus, I'm more of a let's link up and smoke some hookah at the house, play some spades, talk a little bit, and then get into bed and be ready for work tomorrow. So that was my other thing. Another thing is, do not call off. When I say this is so important, and I can say for myself, I used to have this real bad, like during the pandemic, I'm a nurse. So during the pandemic, shit, like, I used to call off a lot. And you miss so much money when you call off. Don't call off. Do not call off. Don't miss your money. Go to work. If you can't go out without going to work, leave the function early or do what I do and don't go. You cannot miss those days. That's part of it too. If you miss those days, then your funds are shortened, which means you have less money in your pocket, less money to save, or how I like to think, less money to travel. So don't miss no work. Don't call off. Another thing, like I said, I like taking trips. I'm actually trying to figure out where the hell I'm going to go now because I'm going this summer to Jacksonville. I got a whole bunch of stuff planned, but I really want to take a trip before I start school. So I'm thinking about booking a little getaway next weekend. But anyways, whenever you plan stuff like trips, birthday parties, whatever, this has been the biggest thing for me because my daughter's birthday is June 1st and mine is June 3rd. Every year, it's like we have I spent a lot of money like that week for my birthday. But this past year, I did so good. I had all college stuff paid for literally like February. So then when my birthday came around, it was like, cool, we straight. So my biggest thing this year for me is planning those trips ahead, having those trips paid off, money set to the side for those trips in advance. So you're not taking money out of your paycheck to go out of town. And if you know that you're going out of town or you're doing something like that, picking up an extra shift. Hey, I pick up extra shifts all the time and say, this is for my flight. This is for this. Pick up a few extra hours if you can. If your job does not allow overtime, another thing that you can do is, we didn't talk about the budget yet, but you can set aside money for your budget. So say normally you go to motherfucking, First Friday or some shit. Instead of going to First Friday, take that $60 or whatever you would have spent, whatever, and just set it aside. Even if it's $30, hell, set that money aside. That can be extra money for you going out of town or something like that. Don't go out as much. If you know you got a trip planned for the end of the month, you can just sit back and chill and just know, like, I'm turning up at the end of this month when I catch that flight. That's also a good idea, because I know some people jobs don't allow them to pick up shifts like mine does, so you can always do that. And then also budget. Budget. You need a budget book. I'm gonna show y'all mine a little bit later because I actually left it upstairs. But you need a budget book. One of the biggest things that helped me is knowing where all my money was going. When I realized that my money was going towards like drinks and like kicking it and clothes, because I just like to buy stuff, and food was a biggest one, because you think like 10, 15 there, 20 there, that should be adding up. At the end of the month, when I looked at my stuff, somebody had taught me, like, write down everything. They was like, don't even budget, just write down what you spent this whole paycheck. When I started writing stuff down, I started seeing where all my money was going, and I was able to direct that money to other places. Like, I got a couple credit cards. Instead of me buying drinks or whatever I bought, normally, or eating out, I can take that money now and move it towards those credit cards. Now I got those balances to zero. I got a few more to pay off, but it ain't even, it's literally nothing. It's nothing. All you got to do is budget. I know every bill that comes on my account every month. I even got Kylie hair included in there. I got my nails included in there. I was getting my lashes done. I got that included in there. I got everything, rent, everything. So you just write it out, and every time I get paid, I know what's coming out of this check, what's coming out of this check. I know where I got extra money. I know how much I'm going to save out of this check before I even get my shit. Like, I already know what I got going on. I actually have the whole month of January, my checks and stuff planned for the whole month of January. I actually did that in December, and then I already started on February. So I already got the first check filled out for February. So that's one of the biggest things that helped me too. Like, I know exactly where my money going. And even when I spend and I don't save how I'm supposed to, because everybody fuck up, I'm still most definitely learning. I'm just, talking about tips that's really helped me. Because this past month in December, I actually was able to save a lot of money. On top of that, we still had Christmas, but these are things we can plan for. We know Christmas come every year. Your birthday come every year. Set aside a little money, even if it's $20. I literally started off just transferring every time I got paid $25 to my savings. Then I increased it, and now I just pay my bills. And then once I pay my bills, I figure out how much I can save, and then I give myself a limit on what I can spend, because I still most definitely like enjoy myself. I feel like you need like a balance between hustle mode, play mode, and professional mode. I don't know. I just feel like you can't hustle all the time. You can't be in work mode all the time. And you also can't play all the time. And I think that's something I had to learn. Like, you can play, but you got to know when. You can't play every weekend. You can't play throughout the week when you got to go to work, because then you're going to be tired and you're going to call off. Then your money gets short, and your funds low, then you behind, you don't know what to do. Now you got to catch up. Now you got to work an overtime shift. Yeah. So those are my little tips or whatever. Budget. If you don't do anything else, budget. Set aside some money for whatever trip you want to take. Like, me and my friend birthday in September, and only reason why we ain't started paying for her trip yet is because she waiting on me to get my birthday trip together, which is in June. But once we get my shit together, then we're going to be paying already on hers for September, because we don't want to come out of hella money right before the trip when we can start paying it now. And then on top of that, when you do that, it saves you money. It's like a little payment. So you ain't even got to cash out unless that's just what you want to do. But good money management skills, all 2023. If you got some tips or you want some more tips, comment below. I'm not a professional. I'm just letting y'all know what I do and what's been working for me. And we will see y'all next time.